Yo, YouTube, what up? It's your boy Dollars. Welcome to the Dollacast. And today I want to talk about the 6ix9ine Jim Jones situation. But before we get into that, for those of you who don't know me, I already have a YouTube channel called Dollar Boy ENT. Dollar Boient. On that channel, I do reactions to music, reactions to all kinds of videos, and I live stream on that channel. But this is going to be my new channel where the podcast I'm going to do in the future is going to be on. On this channel, I'm going to cover hip hop related topics, not only hip hop related topics, but any topics that I feel like I want to talk about. I'm going to do it on this channel, but eventually down the line, this is the channel that I want to put the podcast on. Anyway, I want to talk about the 6ix9ine Jim Jones situation, right? For those of you who don't know, 6ix9ine was on Clubhouse with Wack 100, and he let off a bombshell, man. He was talking about how before he was around Mel Matrix and Shotty, they used to run with Jim Jones, which is a fact. They used to be down with Jim Jones. They still down with Jim Jones, but he basically was saying how before he came around, them dudes was living in their baby mom's crib. They were sleeping on the floor. Shotty was sleeping on the carpet, and basically trying to say that Jim Jones ain't never do nothing for them. But when he came around, he had them fly, buying them jewelry, cars, taking Shotty to meetings with Kanye, which, yeah, that's a good point, but I don't look at it as him doing it. I look at it as them deboing him, like they were, he was freaking getting extorted. That's what it was, friendly extortion, right? So in the midst of all that, right, he ended up saying something about how Jim Jones was caught on a wiretap. And, basically he's insinuating that Jim Jones is working with the feds or he's an informant or some shit like that, right? So we're gonna discuss this and I'm gonna give you my opinions on it, right? Because I'm on nobody's side, right? I'm on the side of facts, right? So yeah, it is a fact that Jim Jones was caught on a wiretap, but in his defense, it's not like he gave a direct order. He didn't say, "Oh, you have to super violate him." That's not what happened. I'm gonna play the clip.
He definitely humiliating Shotty right now, bro.
Well, you got your picture up there next to the post. You know, like when you go to YouTube and World Star, they got his picture next to this shit. Everything he say, they got a split screen with Shotty picture next to this shit. This shit crazy, son. But he's doing that. He's doing that to make K9 think he don't got no relationship with Boy. That's what he's trying to do. That's what he's trying to do. He's trying to live. He's trying to separate himself.
That's cool, but now he gotta get violated.
Yeah, super violated. Super.
Right? In the clip, he's saying that, he needs to be violated, but basically giving his thoughts on what he would have done. He didn't give a direct order saying, y'all gotta do this, green light. He didn't say none of that. So it wasn't a direct order. All right? It was actually Mel Matrix that was like, okay, he has to be super duper violated. Feel me? So take from that what you want, but Jim Jones never gave a direct order. But honestly though, anybody that's caught on a wiretap, especially a RICO case or whatever the case was, if you caught on a wiretap, the feds are definitely bringing you in for some type of questioning. So I do feel like Jim Jones really needs to address that because it's been going on for a minute. You know what I'm saying? That's been in a lot of people's minds. Like, yo, Jimmy, you did, you was on a wiretap and, they ain't mention you ever again after that, and there was another case that Jim Jones had before all that was swept under the rug that people didn't know too much about. But I don't know the specifics of it, but I remember, I don't know if it was in Atlanta. It was somewhere down south. He caught a case. They found guns and drugs in a car. But rappers always have an entourage to take the charge for them. So, you don't have to read too much into that, but it would be nice if Jim Jones did address it though. Like, let people know, because it's been on people's mind to the point where 50 Cent has even been going back and forth with Jim Jones. 50 Cent I don't know if he's joking, but you don't play around like that, especially with, calling somebody a snitch and informant, none of that shit. If you ain't got paperwork, feel me? I come from that belief that you need to have paperwork before you start calling people snitches, informants. But we do know the feds don't play fair. We do know that if they want, they protect certain informants. You know, they won't put certain informants' information out there. They'll have undercover informants that you don't even know are informants telling, snitching on people. So yeah, 6ix9ine, I feel like, you know, and the whole Wack 100 situation, I think is kind of corny. I think, you know, he's living up to his name, Wack, because that was a whack thing to do. The industry is trying to get 6ix9ine out of there. Like, they've been trying to cancel him. You know, they don't want nothing to do with him. And it's like he keeps coming back. He's like that freaking villain that don't die. Like, you do everything. You hit him with the freaking Kamehameha, the spirit bomb. But he still finds a way to come back, you know, and I guess that's why everybody's upset at Wack 100, because there's like, yo, nobody's mentioning 6ix9ine. It's been quiet for him lately. You know, his last album didn't do well. He hasn't been doing that many shows, but I have seen him do a couple shows, but I guess he ain't getting booked for the big shows. He ain't getting the big bag. So yeah, it looks like everybody's upset at Wack 100 because they're like, yo, bro, we trying to get rid of him, and you keep giving 6ix9ine the life raft. You feel me? And I feel like it's getting to the point where 6ix9ine even knows that it's about to be over for his career, because he had nothing left. This Jim Jones situation, this was the last thing that he had left to use to have some sort of relevance. This was the last thing he had that he could use that people would talk about. You know what I'm saying? Unless he gets some more beefs. But at this point, it looks like the people are already tired of it. They don't care. They're not amused anymore. And this is what happens, you know? In hip hop and all kinds of genres, there'll be something that's a hot commodity and everybody wants a piece of it. Everybody's talking about it. And then when it goes away, the fans go away. You know what I'm saying? And 6ix9ine, he built his career on being a troll. He built his career on drama. And after a while, people get tired of it, bro. And people ain't going to keep coming back for the same song. It's like, we've seen this before. We've seen this already. You don't have nothing else to offer. And he's not a great artist that he could reinvent himself musically and keep coming back and making, he is what he is. And it looks like it's coming to an end for your boy. You know, it's coming to your end for 6ix9ine. The whole Jim Jones shit was his last thing that he had. His last little bit of relevance is out the window with this. One more thing that I wanted to mention also is like, it's funny how 6ix9ine has all these rappers going at each other. You know, he's putting the battery in Wack 100's back, making Wack 100 go against 21 Savage. Well, he didn't really make Wack 100 go against 21 Savage. Wack 100 did that on his own, but it's like, you know, 6ix9ine is adding fuel to the fire. And it seems like he's doing that with all these artists, is like coming at each other when he's the main problem and he's just sitting in the background loving it. He's like the agent of chaos, you know, like he's letting all these guys go at each other, and as a result of him. It all comes from him. And I just think it's funny how, you know, people fall into that trap and let him get away with that shit. But he hasn't even been walking around with security, which I find that interesting. Maybe that money's slowing up. It ain't coming in as fast as he thought he was. Like, listen, we all know that he wasn't going to be able to sustain that for too long, having security. So eventually, you know, something might happen, especially the way he is. He's moving around like he don't care. But at the end of the day, he has no other card to play. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to live your life. You can't be hiding forever, you know? So he's at that mind state of not giving a F, you know? And at that point, there ain't nothing else you could do, you know? But it is what it is, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this whole situation. If there's anything else y'all would like me to talk about and cover, give my point of view, then please let me know in the comments down below. And please subscribe to this channel and hit the like button. It's your boy Dollars. I'm going to have a whole bunch of different videos like this talking about different subjects. So if you enjoyed this one, hit the like button, subscribe, and you can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. It's your boy. I'm out.